This is what wouldn't tighten this piece. No matter how much I screw it, it's stripped. What's up guys? Yesterday at my gig, I was setting up my percussion stand. That's where I put all my percussion when I'm live looping. I also put there my recording device, I put my mixer there and extra batteries for my cameras. So it's very important to me that it works well, and unfortunately, it stopped working. I thought I had the tools in the car to fix it, but I didn't have the right components to make it work. So today, I took a trip to Ace hardware store and I got the parts to fix it. That's what we will do right now. This is the problem with it. I'll show you. There is this screw that doesn't screw anymore. Typical, right? There's also this one. This was the main problem. This is what wouldn't tighten this piece. So this would just slide down because no matter how much I screw it, it's stripped. So what I did is I removed this. This is trash now. I also removed this. And if you look under here, there's a plasticky piece. And inside here, there's a hex nut. I just cut myself. All right, I got it. Here's a hex nut. So this part right here is stripped. Both of them are stripped. So what I did is I found a hex nut that was able to fit right here. Now this one is not stripped, so I can keep this. So I took this entire setup with my own hex nut and the original hex nut for the lower part right here. And I was able to find 2 thumb screws that actually perfectly go in here. Let me show you. This is the top one. See? That works to perfection. It's tight now. And the lower part right here, we're gonna insert the original hex nut right here. We're gonna bring this up here, right there. And insert it. Let's open this up. And here we go. All right, that's working. We have fixed the percussion stand. Now, I absolutely know that over time, this will happen. This screw right here will strip again. 4 gigs every week plus the private events. It eventually will wear out and break. What's a solution? Buy a new one. That's what I'm trying to avoid. Here's the solution. I have purchased, while I was at Ace hardware store, a pin. Look at this. I thought, how can I keep the top screw from supporting all the weight every time? Well, do it like in a speaker stand. When you buy a speaker stand, they usually have a pin. You put the pin and then you tighten. I don't know why Hercules didn't design it to have a pin to support most of the weight, and then you just tighten and add additional support with the thumb screw. So that's what I will do now. I'm gonna measure at what height I like it. I will make a little hole and insert this pin. Let's do it. All right, so I marked down my preferred height right here. Now what I need to do is drill a hole the size of the pin. So let's get a drill bit and a drill. Let's see. Could this be 1/4? Let's give it a try. Now the way I like to do it, because I learned that you measure twice, cut once. So what I like to do, to grab a piece of wood and drill a hole on it. And what I do is I try to see if it fits. It's kind of perfect actually. I don't know, let's give it a try. Let's see what happens. What can we lose? I was gonna throw it away anyways, and I was gonna get a new one. Let's try to make this hole. I can't believe how difficult it is to drill through this. Maybe I need to replace the battery. Fortunately, I have another one. Okay, I went through. Side to side. Unfortunately, one side is very ugly looking. Sand it down a little bit. Sandpaper isn't gonna cut it. Instead, we will use the Dremel. Let's see what happens. Now, one thing to consider, if I had cut myself worse than this, that's when you go like, oh, maybe I should have just bought a new stand. But the whole point here is to try to fix things instead of wasting the whole thing. Those are simple things that can be fixed, and people don't realize this, and they go and buy a new thing when the fix is simple. Now, one thing I didn't do, and I should have probably done, is to wear some kind of safety glasses, because you don't want metal jumping in your eye. All right, friends, should be all fixed. Let's give it a test. Here's the hole, and the pin goes through. That's it. That's it. Now we're gonna tie this part to this part. Except I'm gonna need a longer thumb screw. In other words, I have to make one more trip to Ace, which means that will be 3 trips to Ace Hardware Store, which means it's probably cheaper to buy a new one. But this was a cool video, right? No, as a matter of fact, it's not true. These Hercules stands are a chunk of money, so I really only spent about $14 the most. And now I have a more secure version of the Hercules percussion stand. There it is, it works. Supported with a pin and extra security, the thumb screw. And that's how you fix a Hercules percussion stand. See you in the next video.